EHOME's turn to ban. Dire team pick.
Bat Rider!
EHOME's turn to pick.
Vitality getting that Bat Rider picked up first, and that's a strong opening for them, because we saw how well in July played that in game 1. So it's always nice getting the back.
People love the Bat Rider.
10 seconds remaining.
I think he's most banned in the tournament.
Do you think?
I think I can double check. Check from inside the Dota 2, but it is currently most banned. Most banned is Bat Rider by a large margin.
Well, I have a very large margin. And
what else did people?
I must have, what was that? 3% of people predicted that.
Yeah, apparently.
That's incredibly low.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I mean, well, people in Drow, I think there was a 23% on IO predicted.
Naga.
Naga? Why Naga, man?
Dude, he's banned all the time in Western.
He is in Western.
And I didn't think some of the Chinese teams would do as well as they are. So
yeah.
I thought the main event would be dominant.
Like all about the Western meta. Yeah.
But I was wrong.
Oh, well, in these first few days, head Bat Rider.
Bat Rider's the man. Yeah, he is. And
the hero that consistently gets nerfed, but...
Ooh, first phase Alchemist.
Now this is risky. We obviously saw how well EHOME used it last game, but you're leaving yourself a little more vulnerable with 4 picks left in the bin for iG.Vitality.
It depends on how flexible the team iG.Vitality. I know a team like DC, they pick Meepo versus Alchemist, and you'll get destroyed if you aren't prepared for it. So
I mean, do you straight up pick an Ancient Apparition if you're iG.Vitality? Is it that strong?
Personally would.
You would draft just out straight up and see it out with Solo.
I think it's also synergized well with Bat Rider.
Yeah, it does.
But AA is not really that popular. I also put AA in one of my predictions, so I've been a little bit gunning for AA a little bit more.
What was your prediction about it?
Most assists on average, but he has to be picked 5 times. Yes! Okay, number 1.
Woohoo! You got him in.
I got him in. And now I just need him to win and get tons of assists and then be picked 4 more times. Okay, that's
You'll be there.
Okay. I was way too happy about that.
No, it's come out. And if it has success, more teams will certainly be like, wow, we just got to pick Ancient Apparition against Alchemist.
Yeah, the Alchemist first pick, though, is risky just for this exact reason. And now you have to think about what you want to do with your Alchemist. There are multiple ways to play around it. Firstly, you can run into the support. We've seen Complexity, who are no longer...
You just say...
Yeah, Z-Freak has played as a support Alchemist, so you're like, okay, well, I'm not going to be useful as a core, so I'm going to be as a support, and then you... I don't want to say you wasted a support pick, but it's not a hard counter. And then another way to go is to go like the minus armor build with like a medallion and stuff like that. Yeah. Instead of the other build, but... It depends on how you feel like the game's gonna go. You can also just go a standard game, go like BKBU, or get like an Abaddon to help you out, or maybe someone else to help you out with a pipe. There's definitely different ways to deal with the AA. You can go like the attack speed build too, Maelstrom build.
Yeah, then we saw what Jackie do yesterday, and it was pretty scary. It was a strong build in the right situations.
Banning out the Weaver again, very common pick versus the Bat Rider, especially against a team like EHOME, or sorry, with a team like EHOME. And then, so Ancient Apparition also has a few big downsides. I think he's really weak in like a two-man safe lane.
Okay.
Like you just get aggro tried or get roamed on by like a Riki or Bounty Hunter or Spirit Breaker or like anything really Ogre, and you'll just get destroyed. He's like very weak at one, unless it's like a big 5-on-5 where you 5-person shielding touch, but that happens with first blood. In the laning phase, he is very, very weak. And he also needs levels. Getting level 6 is no easy task as a support. Some players make it look easy, but generally you're going to be struggling. Tome of XP is less. And I don't know if Bat Rider's enough setup for Ancient Apparition. A lot of people like Nyx Assassin as a really nice setup for him, but And support next, I'm generally not a fan of. And
I mean, talking about this assassin, it's couldn't EHOME just pick that up for themselves? As you said, it's good counter.
Definitely.
It's
Ooh,
good, nice at catching out AA.
so this is how they choose to deal with Alchemist.
Okay.
The magic immunity from the Omni Knight. It's still not that great because
You don't regen with the chemical rage, but you don't tick down.
yeah, but the tick down isn't the important.
No, it's that
Like his
threshold.
what was his HP regen?
10 seconds remaining.
50 HP regen a second, so you're pretty much doing 50 HP damage a second with the Ancient Apparition ulti, which is far more than his normal 12.5. So it's still very good. It's just cut by what 80% or cut by 20% rather. So it's still pretty good. But Omni Knight is also suffers some of the same flaws as Ancient Apparition.
Yeah.
It's like somewhat difficult to take the levels from, but he also just suffers greatly against AoE magic damage, which is Ancient Apparition and Battle Rider's forte. But very good versus Alchemist.
EHOME.
Rubik will come through again, this time on the side of iG.Vit. So obviously some very flashy performances from old Lanham in game 2.
Mm-hmm. He's great for Omni Knight. You always steal something great.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
And he has a less better.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and obviously a much better mana pool to play around with as well. So everything goes out in the cause and the zip. EHOME, still
Reserve
that
time.
old 11 hero. And
Oh yeah, and
Salas as well.
Salas hero. So who do they want to pair with the Alchemist? Normally it's been Pugna very, very often, but that's been banned out in second phase by iG.Vitality. Other partners are Weaver has been banned out as well. That would have also been pretty good to help out the against the A. Like you can use a time lapse with the scepter and help people out that get bursted down. What else is there? I'm trying to think of Siler heroes. Terrorblade, like Morphling, I see a lot from him. Morphling,
I mean, you don't want to play Morphling against that.
Who else is there? Terrorblade. Terrorblade is like a little bit too slow for my liking. What else do people play with Alchemist? There has to be a lot more.
What about like I guess you're looking for a hero that's going to be able to fight before, whilst the Alchemist gets space? Or?
Generally, yeah.
So you don't want really a farm-centric safe lane.
Luna? Luna's okay. I'm always down for a little bit of Luna. Super hot.
Is she a little vulnerable though to like being caught out by the bat in the air?
Omni Knight, bro.
Squishy. Oh, you think yeah, something like that. NS, that'll be imagine what old 11's hero. On the off lane. And I guess that is something that can bully a support AA in the laning stage?
Yes, but it's big counter for bat. Like,
Yes.
Without the bat initiation, you can't actually like block the Alchemist. Ursa Warrior.
Turn to battle.
This is a definite anti-Alchemist strat. I thought they were going to pick one of these last game, and they probably had a game plan in mind. We want to go for a mass team fight.
And they stick with that.
And they still with that with a Jakiro instead of an Ancient Apparition and with the Faces Void instead of Ursa. But this game, they're like, we got owned by Alchemist, so we're going to let you pick it again. We know the counters, and we are going to pick them. They're all about this anti-Alchemist.
Yeah, it is looking scary for EHOME. Maybe they're going to have a big final pick that makes it look a little bit more secure, but indeed, as you said, this Ursa AA combination and the fact that they've got Rubik, considered one of the strongest supports at the moment in the East, and Bat Rider. In July's performance game 1 was impeccable. EHOME have got their work cut out here.
Also, one big flaw in EHOME line is 4 melee, so their lanes are going to be really weak. Like if anyone roams on Alchemist mid, it's going to be pretty easy kill unless Ogre's sitting there. Then, like Omni, Night Stalker, I've seen some dual lanes or even just like a solo lane of either of those is also pretty weak.
Yeah.
And normally you can take advantage of an AA by having strong lanes, but they don't have strong lanes. It's a lot in the Alchemist department that they want from him. So
Well, it is going to be the ban from iG.Vit, and now finishing off with still what would imagine be that mid lane pick for Cicada.
I think mid lane's Ursa.
Oh, you think he's going to be the Ursa mid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember when CCY used to do it, and then a lot of teams started catching on. DC does it a lot.
Oh, what? Because you want that matchup against the Alchemist.
5 seconds remaining.
It's very, very good. Alternatively, EHOME, like they might safely Alchemist, which is, I wouldn't say it's great, but it's definitely a pretty good option this game. So you can dodge the Ursa. But I don't know what else they put in the mid lane. I guess Odin's main.
10 seconds remaining.
Pudge. I've seen Pudge with Alchemist, but mostly a support.
I mean, you're certainly right. It's looking at us. We'll be in the mid. Terrorblade. Final pick for iG.Vit. Something that EHOME tried themselves in game 1 and it got absolutely crushed. iG.Vit looking to show them how it's done here. EHOME. One more pick.
That's a scary lineup to play against. Like, what carry can actually stand up versus all these? Okay, Queen of Pain, Sylar Quap. Nice. So, a bit of a twist.
Okay. I mean, it's certainly the core that's going to be fighting with Paul and giving space to the Alchemist. Oh, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that. And I guess it's a core as well that if you find the timings and turn up to fights before the TV's ready, he can get absolutely smashed by a Quap.
And I think they're going to switch up the lanes. I would suspect Quap mid safe lane. Because Quap safe lane, I mean, yeah, it's okay, but like you can secure your Alchemist farm, which is, I think, much more important for them. And Ursa, I think, will struggle a lot versus. You really do versus Queen.
Yeah, not a lot really.
Yeah, not a lot.
The dagger is going to be a huge nuisance for him. I mean, I guess you can get what the Rubik or such to sit mid, but then you're leaving your TV very vulnerable to the Night Stalker's presence in the top lane.
Yeah, I think what iG.Vitality can do in response to maybe an expectation of them swapping lanes is aggro. You put like Rubik AA plus Terrorblade, and the Batrider can own, I think, any of these heroes one-on-one. So
let's have a look at this.
The mind game from the laning phase is going to be interesting to watch. Most runes picked up.
Prepare for.
Yeah, I'm gonna go EHOME. They've got the bound. They're gonna want to secure them. But at the same time,
they have worse lanes. I'm going with iG.Vit.
Highest total magic damage done as Sylar.
Yeah, generally Sylar. Unless you think they'll get crushed, in which case you would put Bat. Let's see the lanes first. So iG.Vitality are playing very aggressively. I don't know. Let's just put Quap. Sylar's good.
I'm going all in on the Quap.
Yeah, let's do it.
Most observer was by the game end.
Oh, you went all in on Quap.
I went all in on Quap, man.
Yeah, okay, I'll go on Quap. This one's just a good one. Just.
Yeah, I'm going watch you go.
Sure. Do we have the same ones? First blood?
Oh my goodness, sorry, predictions. I was missed that, man.
No, I was
distracted.
I was watching. They smoked him. Ogre was trying to.
Ogre was there. Hey, they've got the metamorphosis, few punches with the old chilling touch. It's a good spell, man.
Yeah, so let's see what they want to do. Old Chicken looks like he is going to be in the mid lane. They're going to put the solo Queen of Pain versus the Batrider as they want because of the magic stick on him. But it looks like they are. Yeah.
Can they stop him from getting the bounty run on top?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I mean, Paparazzi didn't get the message. He survived this. The igniting him. It's a good telekinesis on the back. Q's gonna look for the body blocks. They may just save Paparazzi. 39 health.
That was a great block, but Q's gonna die. I don't even know if that's worth it, saving your Terrorblade's life. Because if you don't save the Terrorblade's life,
yeah,
you pretty much had two heroes kind of die because Terrorblade's gonna be forced to die to neutrals. So instead of like one hero dying, they have kind of two heroes dying because it's a lot of ways. You can just TV back up.
Like, Q Furious White stacks up on him.
So they did not do any lane swaps. They are handling it like men.
And but you feel that this decision kind of hinders EHOME a little bit? You would like to see it the other way around?
I think so, just because I think like Alchemist is a really important hero for them. Quap cannot solo carry this game. You can get a lot of kills on Quap, but you still have to win the game. And I think that just making sure that he succeeds 100% is your best chance of victory. However, they are putting the Ogre in mid, which has wasted a lot of Sakata's regen. So I think that if you are going to do this, at least they have put some other heroes mid to back them up.
And as we can see, this lane up top, guard at 11, the Omni Night Stalker lane. I mean, it looks like at the moment Burning and Q doing a good job at keeping control and keeping space from Paparazzi's TV with the AA and Rubik play.
It's gonna be tough in about 10 seconds. Metamorphosis and Chilling Touch come off cooldown then. Oh, I think they're about to get trucked. At least Garter might be, if he's not careful.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're sending up Ogre as well. Old Lanham's going to look to join the forces and make it a tri-lane on tri-lane. It feels at the moment that Old 11 and Garter do require that really.
And
Paparazzi getting the farm.
There's a boots already on the Ursa too, so it's the common build to make sure that he deals with the Alchemist and Alchemist. The Bounty Rune, there you go.
Chicken. Yes, indeed. And of course, down on the bottom lane, the lane that we haven't talked about. 10 for 5, Sylar. And you look over towards iG.Vit's Batrider. How's he doing? It's down to 2 and 1. So Sylar absolutely dominating this 1v1 down bottom. Different things happening though up top. Sky lanes clash, and it's going to be EHOME taking the first hit. Lose the Night Stalker, and Old Lanham chased out the lane as well. Again, just another situation where Chilling Touch is just beating through these members of EHOME on this top lane.
Yeah, the 3-on-1 situation is where, like, the more heroes you have, the more value you get out of Chilling Touch, and it's just getting rougher and rougher for these melee heroes. They aren't able to pull. They aren't really able to contest Paparazzi's farm at all. But Alchemist is up there. He is the highest on the CS chart. He missed a stack though. That's a little sad for him. And Lanham, Cicada, will he get the last hit? One more, even with the boots? Oh man.
That's always sad to see.
Yeah.
That hurts.
That is where that Windlace comes in. And then just an Ignite, just throwing him just to make you angry.
Out of spot, yeah. Bit of bloodlust there. Saving the life of the ogre. Just a little bit of movement speed.
Yeah.
If it counts.
Windlace Bloodlust.
All in all, these early lanes looks fairly even, would you say? I guess the biggest distance being between the offlaners as Sylar really performing very nicely against this iG.Vit Batrider. But top lane, some more blood will be spilled though on EHOME. Old 11, Fairy Fire trying to make his way out of it. Salves up. Q still has a Fade Bolt available. Not gonna pop it. Wouldn't have quite been enough burst damage to finish him off.
Yeah, even a level 2 one. Night Stalker's HP region is also very good. Their team HP region. 8 HP region heroes.
Very, very beefy players. Yeah, Paparazzi. I mean, Terrorblade this game, he's having the start that we saw Sylar struggle to get in game 1. If this Terrorblade does start to get out of hand at the beginning, is there much that EHOME can do to shut him down? Is it just to be eyes on Sylar to bring out the place once he has that level 6?
Yeah, the Quap is really good at the only Terrorblade. A lot of magic burst, and that's kind of what, and it's AoE. So you can kill all the illusions later, and then early on you can just burst him down when he's at like 40 easily.
So in July, on the side camps here, he's now come back into lane, but as we see Sylar, level 2 dagger spam. July on his toes as July finished up the tranquil, still needs to get that ring of regen back out to him. Mid lane CS, 35 for 2 on the ad, 27 for 5 on Cicada, so relatively close. Top lane, Old 11, around 13 CS, but he's not really been able to do anything about shutting down Paparazzi, as Paparazzi indeed having a final time on the safe lane terribly.
Smoke, wraparound smoke, but I don't know who got these super deep boards out on EHOME, probably the Ogre, but he spotted out that smoke, and maybe Old 11 might die here, even under nighttime. He is in range, and smoke will pop, and he's out of there. Well played.
11 indeed. Immediately backing up as soon as he senses danger. Putting his head back in as well, just keeping himself on the edge. Knowing that he's safe for that one. Mid lane again, Old Lanham still hanging around. The Old Chicken with the acid spray spam, and Old Lanham occasionally throwing out the ignites, trying to do the best to hold the Ursa back in farm. And now we're starting to see the difference really come out. Old Chicken is just getting the help that this Ursa is not. Cicada getting any presence from his supports, as they are mainly looking towards just securing the farm for Paparazzi, and Ursa is a little bit of a second afterthought at the moment in terms of priority for these supports protection.
You don't mind that as long as the AA gets. And AA is level 4 at 6 minutes. It's like, it's mediocre. It's not amazing, but it's definitely not poor. He hasn't died yet. So as long as the AA keeps up, it's okay if Alp gets. Obviously, you don't want him like getting armlet radius at like 12 minutes, but he's not going to be quite at that rate. And if he does get scary, AA ult's always there to save the day. Radiant has you scan. It will.
Tower is under attack.
Tail end, last second. And now Ogre maybe trying to pop a smoke or Scouter Roche. I think he's going to Scouter Roche very, very soon. Ursa's been missing off the map a very long time, and he has a Morbid Mask. They are in there. And Q gets spotted out. Cicada hasn't started yet. And
as Harlow's done it as well. He has a Sonic Wave available for this one. He turns. gonna get the chance to use it there with the lasso from in July. Sylar incapacitated, and they're chasing out for more iG.Vit. They look towards Garda, get the Omni Knight, and Sakata, he may not get Roshan straight up, but he just gets himself a double kill, heads back into the pit, and that couldn't have been a better kind of series of events for the Ursa if you wish for it there.
That was
kills and a potential for Roshan. In fact, it might even be more. Old Lando's come back in queue. He has a telekinesis. He'll get in range for it. Sakata's not only going to get just 2 kills, he'll get himself involved in a 3rd.
He's out of mana though, so that's the only good part about this. But Sylar was very hesitant about dropping his ultimate. He could have just used it to kill the Rubik, but he thought they had enough damage. But he's pretty much their only source of damage. Like, Omni Knight doesn't really want to use his heal when everyone's at full HP, when there's a 3-on-3 engagement, just the first one hero down. And the Ogre just has the common 1-on-1 build, so he doesn't do any damage either. So it's up to Sylar to actually burst him down. You can't hesitate. You gotta burst him down quick.
Alright, Old Lando with this smoke movement, seeing what they can find. AA was up towards the top, and they know that the TV's still there as well. I mean, apparition tends to be an easy kill, but they certainly want to try and find Paparazzi with this movement. He's the bigger target. Let's see what they can do about this. Already, Paparazzi heading back towards the safety of his tower. So how do EHOME want to try and dive for this kill? And here we have Sylar. Look at the burning kill first on the AA, and he will get that one. But let's give Paparazzi the intel that there is danger in the neighborhood. TPs will start to come through. Old 11 thinking about diving upon this one. Indeed, it's going to back up. They've got the telekinesis. In fact, they've got lasso as well. Sylar in a lot of trouble. Can they finish him before he gets the blink out? He will get himself away. Napalm and the flame break tick damage, not quite enough to bring him down. So Sylar will survive. Do fought some TPs out from the side of iG.Vit, but they only end up killing the ancient apparition, and Paparazzi stays alive.
That's a really hard flame break. The time he did it a little bit too early. It looks like he may die, or Rubik's just dead.
Might have to play around this. He still has a telekinesis queue, and Sylar's blinks on corner 5 saying, "Nah, okay, Old 11 gets the vision for the void." We'll finish him.
They had to have a perfectly timed flame break. He used it during the lasso. You wanted to do it like right as the lasso ends.
During the cast animation.
During the cast animation. What you also want to do is make it so that she is knocked away from her blink point, so that when she tries to blink, she messes up because she thought she was at her original position. And sometimes you can make it so the quap like moves forward instead of blinking because of where they casted it. So yeah, it wasn't the best flame break, but it would have taken a perfect one to make that a kill.
And look at this Sakata. It picks up Roshan, picks up the Aegis immediately, starting to barrel underneath the tower towards Garda, who's desperately trying to hide himself. He just in time gets the mana for the TP out, but
wow, he
will just make it.
Yep.
That was close.
That was very close. But they know they have a lot of time because Alchemist... Oh, actually, there is no time because Radiance is up on the Alchemist. He's felt no pressure, so he skipped the armlet altogether.
10 minutes in.
Yeah, 10-minute Radiance.
Pretty brilliant timing for Old Chicken.
And another bounty rune. Dang. Fire, man.
This is looking to be the close game that we hoped for in game 3. Both teams certainly have good things going for them at this stage of the game. The Oaks Farm being the main one really for EHOME, and then obviously over on the side of iG.Vit, the fact that Paparazzi, he's getting the space, he's taking towers. Actually opens the network now to check the status, and well, yeah, I mean, that just goes to show how well Old Chicken really is farming. He's already a clear 3k ahead of anyone else in the game. Paparazzi is top for the team on iG.Vitality, but yeah, Old Chicken, really the star of the show in these first 10 minutes in terms of farming is iG.Vit have just not been able to shut him down at all. They do now have level 6 up on Burning, and maybe this is where we start to see the fortunes turn for the Alchemist. Got to land those ults, and they've got to have that follow-up damage. And with the backup, Omni Knight Garda always look to be in the neighborhood of the Alchemist. It's potentially going to be hard for iG.Vit, even with that counter pit.
It's going to be a long time of night.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And it's going to be hard to connect on the Alchemist because he's just going to be farming. You don't have a good way to scout them. Oftentimes you'll see Nyx and AA pair together because you want to be able to find them out. But Batrider, he has to deal with nighttime. He just got his Blink Dagger, and then on top of that, even if once he gets the Blink Dagger, he might have to deal with the Radiance Burn or the Acid Spray that stops his Blink Dagger, and they might have a really hard time catching this Alchemist. But looks like they're going to smoke with the fresh blink on In July. Burning is there to back him up with the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. And there has used Scan. expecting a alchemist to be farming there, but he is in vision of creeps, and they are. This is a risky play. They need to drop a high ground ward so they don't get completely boned. Q will drop it immediately. They have vision.
When they actually go for the Omni Knight instead, the telekinesis, getting him in, Ice Blast.
They did. It didn't connect.
Catch him. So Old Chicken's going to be fine. iG.Light is tanking the tower here with this dive. He actually burns down. So kind of continuing to try and dive on this one. This is a very awkward bit of play here from iG.Vit. They've lost the bat. They've lost the Aegis. And by the looks of it, they're going to lose Cicada again. That was not the dive that they were looking for. And I mean, I guess it all kind of started with missing the Ice Blast, but the way that played out, I think even if they hit that, the Alchemist probably ends up surviving. And just a dive too deep there from iG.Vit.
Yep, they had. I don't know what the best OQ's about to die. Ooh, nice heal. Stolen the heal, saved the day. Yeah, ideally, I think you cast the Ice Blast on the Alchemist, and then like as it's traveling over, it'll debuff the Omni Knight. I think you would have died anyways. You didn't really need the damage on the Omni Knight, but as you mentioned, it was probably ill-conceived to begin with, just a little bit too deep. And immediately the ward gets dewarded too, so they lose an observer ward on top of the process. Burning looks like he's in a little bit of trouble, perhaps if he stands too far out. That purification could hurt him a lot, but Gar chooses just to farm the lane instead. And Rubik comes in. Maybe they can land a kill. That's a really tough one.
I know, well, they got still that, as you said, that stolen purification.
Lift into heal into AA blast into Fate Bolt could yield the kill. Ooh, quad Yules.
So what's why the Yules first this game? Even the main issues.
Two things. One's to counter the Batrider initiation. If you're really quick about it, they should generally have the vision lead, so you can just precast on the Batrider before he blinks, or use it right as soon as someone gets lassoed, or you can use it on the Ursa during his enrage and just make his life miserable. And protect the Alchemist a little bit more. I kind of like it. I think it's good here. Like, he can get Scepter pulled to him at a later time from by the Alchemist, and they're actually not fighting often enough for him to need the lower cooldown. So, and there's no BKBs obviously yet.
That's true, and I guess eventually Old Chicken can look to get the Axe for Sylar.
Yep.
And I mean, big priority. I mean,
I think Night Stalker.
Yeah, I mean, Night Stalker looks to be building his own.
Yeah. So if he can build his own, yeah, that's
smoke up. I mean, they found a good target to start with. If they can get burning before you get the Ice Blast down, it'd be great, but they don't. He does manage to get it out onto two targets. GA comes through, Sylar with the Sonic Wave. They'll look to bring down iG.Light first. He's out, and they've already got the double kill, and Old Chicken just with this Radiance burn, moving forward, mowing through the side of iG.Vit. And we'll manage to get Paparazzi out, but four of them going down there. Old Chicken getting involved in it all, and it really does start to look like that this AA pick might not have been enough to put an end to Old Chicken's reign on the Alchemist.
He's in really bad positions a lot of the time. He's like a little bit too close to the Ancient Apparition, maybe too used to playing some of the other supports, like Witchstalker, like he was in other games. Like, you have to be really, really far. Generally, you split push out and farm lanes. Paparazzi in a lot of trouble.
This is not a kill they want to be giving up. Paparazzi.
Oh, I saw him casting it.
It was so close.
That was really close.
So close. And I mean, that, you know, they may have got 4 kills, but they haven't probably turned themselves around. It's still not Sylar, but now that, sorry, still not the TV, still not Paparazzi, but now they get it. Yeah, he's only died once this game. He's pretty much what iG.Vit are resting their hopes on, as he was still in a relatively good position when it came to farm. Giving up a kill like that, this is starting to spiral out of control for iG.Vit, and as we can see, up to 7.5k, it's only going to increase with this Alchemist's play and the space that Old Chicken's had. 2.7k on top of that Manta, so it can start working towards that Ultra.
Well, iG.Vit want to do something to stop that, and the next step for them is to complete the Diffusal Blade on the Ursa. They are just 400 gold away from that, and maybe they can pick up some more kills, but one of the problems with rushing Diffusal is you don't have a blink. So he needs to really rely on this Batrider to be able to bring targets closer to him. And if they only have one person that can really solo kill people, then life is going to be a lot more difficult for them in trying to bring this net worth grab closer to 5,000, perhaps even 2,500 if they play well in the next few minutes. But they can also keep going off. Ooh, nice dodge.
iG.Light go in for the lasso onto Old Lanham. This could find timing for the rest of the team to come in if they want to, but it looks like EHOME would just sack that. Let Old Lanham die. to follow and chase anything in return. And iG.Vit now, grouping up down mid. Paparazzi has Metamorphosis available. Let's just try and find man here and see how EHOME react to this.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, chicken. Him out revving up with the concoction, and he will start to do so. Now with the silence on the Paparazzi in massive amounts of trouble. Silence coming in with a beautiful Sonic Wave onto 3, and already 2 down on iG.Vit and maybe even more. Q trying to run himself away. He'll go and attempt for the TP. It's not going to be successful. He's out as well. EHOME continuing to chase him for more. They surround Cicada. The Ursa's dropped, and just like that, again EHOME just absolutely stomping iG.Vit in these engagements, and it really feels like iG.Vit, they're trying as many different alternatives as they can to get themselves back into this game, but EHOME, it feels like they're just maybe too far ahead in terms of their heroes and what they've got on their cores. iG.Vit to do anything.
There's some decision making that could have probably been for iG.Vit. For example, like the Ursa not going for Blink instead of Diffusal. Like, he can't solo kill anyone right now. Like, you can potentially, like, kills will be much cleaner. Like, even for the Ogre, they had to chase him for a good, like, 4 or 5 seconds before he actually died. With the Ursa, you blink, you kill, and then you move on. The Repel and GA aren't actually an issue right now, so the Diffusal might have been a little bit more premature, thinking that Omni Knight's going to be a problem much sooner than he actually is. I do think the Repel's going to be way more useful for them later, but right now the Alchemist is way too big and bad. Sylar owned the Bat Rider in the lane, and those two are the main ones that they need to focus on taking down at this point in the game. And Roshan, of course. Roshan, they desperately.
Absolutely, and they may have the chance to take it, but already EHOME's positioning in the jungle, they can certainly get over and contest. As you said, iG.Vit really resting on being able to get down well there. EHOME with this smoke in to make sure that there's not going to be a chance for that to happen. Already moving across, July in the front lines of it all at the moment. Let's get himself far enough away with the Firefly. Cicada lagging behind here, and old Levin finding the opening with the boy. Concoction already getting cooked up by old Chicken. Drops it down onto the Ursa. Cicada getting put down in Chrome though. Has the Enrage to buy him some protection to back off, but they're chasing forward. Void onto Q. The right clicks from old Chicken to bring down the Rubik as well as Ursa. Falling to the Radiance Spell for the illusions, and EHOME aren't done quite yet. They'll catch out Burning as well. It's another situation where 3 are down on iG.Vit, and they do nothing to be to kind of just hold back EHOME's progress. And it really feels like, you know, there is a reason why EHOME were confident with that second pick Alchemist. They just felt that regardless, you pick heroes to deal with it, you're not going to be able to stop this onslaught. And old Chicken, again, it just doesn't stop there. Sylar has been caught up by the lasso. The damage from the flame break isn't going to be enough. It will be, but he turns around for one final scream of pain to offer to the fight, allowing at the end of the day EHOME to continue the cleanup. And GG is called.
Yeah, the Night Stalker is just way too big too. The Night Stalker he's had Ags for a while now, and they just can't do anything. Bat Rider, he just forced to run away. Nighttime pops, I go, okay, I gotta run away. Even if it's nighttime, so like 60% of the time he just cannot get an initiation at all. Terrorblade didn't really seem like it fit into a lineup at all. Like Ursa's a very early fighter. He was just off doing his own thing the entire time. So I think a little bit of draft miss from iG.Vitality this game, and they